temptation is going to be upon all Israel. Alright? Which shall come upon all the world, like you said. And that word world right there is orchomini, so it's talking about the whole planet. Because Israel is scattered amongst all nations. So just because you hear us talk about the RFID chip here in America and how it's going to be pushed and how it's part of Obama care law, that doesn't mean that other parts of the world is not going to be exempt. They're going to establish that because that's going to become the world, one world currency, all right, through that RFID chip. So that's the hour of temptation, all right, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so that time of temptation is to try everyone. All right, and mainly it's to try the faith of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because there's going to be a separation in that day, all right, between those who serve the Lord and those who didn't. It's going to be made known, all right. So all you fucking hypocrites, you assholes posing, you're going to be exposed in that day, all right. And I already did a lesson about that, all right, showing through the scriptures that who you really call Jesus Christ, which is Yahushua, he said that many going to fall away in that time because of the persecution and tribulation you're going to receive in that time. That's going to be upon Israel, Jacob's trouble. You're going to have a lot fall off. All right, but that's to try the righteous, because this is Psalms 11:5. It says, the Lord trieth the righteous. So these times is to try the righteous. The righteous is Israel and whole, but the righteous right here is talking about the elect. The Lord's going to try us, man, Lord willing. I'm of that number, but he's going to try all Israel, and he's this time is to try the righteous, man, the Israelites, starting with the elect. But the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. That's right. So he hate Esau, the so-called white man, which is the wicked. All right. This is 2nd Esdras 16:73. 2nd Esdras 16:73. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold and the fire. All right, the scriptures speak about being tried with fiery trials, man. All right, so the elect, they're gonna be tried like gold in the fire. All right, so these fiery trials, this time that's coming is gonna be, it's gonna be like fire upon you, man. All right, it tell you in Isaiah 40. Let me see if I can get it. Isaiah 48:10. It tell you that the Lord try you in the furnace of affliction. Alright. I believe it's 48:10. Yep. Isaiah 48:10, it says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Alright. The furnace of affliction. These fiery trials which are set to try you, man. Alright. And nobody's exempt, man. You're going to get tried. Alright. That's why it's important to build your faith up now. Alright. While it's still time, man. And to get yourself together. Alright. This is Judith out of the Apocrypha. Judith chapter 8 verse 25. It says, moreover, let us give thanks to the Lord our power, which trieth us, even as he did our fathers. Alright, remember what things he did to Abraham, and how he tried Isaac, and what happened to Jacob in Mesopotamia of Syria, when he kept the sheep of Laban his mother's brother. For he have not tried us in the fire, as he did them for the examination of their hearts. Neither have he take vengeance on us, but the Lord doeth scourge them that cometh near unto him, to admonish them. Okay? So these times is going to be like scourging. Alright? Us brothers that's doing the work, teaching on the highways and byways, rehearsing the righteous acts. Alright, we being scourged now, but this is our affliction, is a light affliction. Okay? Compared to the overwhelming glory that, Lord willing, if we be of the elect, receive. All right, it's going to be, because this is going to be a light affliction. All right, but it says for the examination of their hearts. All right, as in fire. So these times is to try and to examine what's really in the hearts of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because the Lord gonna try you. And get that. He's trying you now with these false prophets, man, and the real man of the Lord. All right, but he gonna make things happen to see if you gonna follow him or you gonna follow those false prophets. This is Deuteronomy 13:3. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet, talking about false prophets, or that dreamer of dreams. For the Lord your power proveth you to know whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. It says, and ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, which his voice is the prophets, true prophets, and ye shall serve him and cleave unto him, which is faith. Alright, get that real quick. Alright, this is Sirach 25:12. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Okay? Alright. Okay, so these times is to try your faith. This is 1 Maccabees 2:50. So 1 Maccabees 2:50, it says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor in the everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Alright. So Mattathias had made mention about Abraham, alright, and how he was tempted, alright, which was basically sacrificing Isaac, which when you look up the word tempted, it just means tested. The Lord tested his faith, or tried him. Alright, and even Judith made mention of it when she was basically exhorting the people to trust in the Lord. Alright. This is Hebrews 11:1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtain a good report, talking about our fathers. Okay. Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please him, talking about Yahweh Shema Shah, the Father and the Son. And he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's right. Okay. This is Hebrews 11:17. By faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And he that had received the promises offered up his own begotten son, of whom was it said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay, so Abraham, who received all those promises that you read in Genesis, which is only referring to that chosen line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his 12 sons and their descendants, the Israelites. Alright, they was all placed upon Isaac. But the Lord tried Abraham by telling him to offer up Isaac to see where his faith was. Okay. Alright. And Paul made mention about Abraham. Alright. Which, Hebrews 11, that's a great chapter because it encouraged you to, it helps build up your faith. Alright. And it's also show that Paul also used the history of our fathers to teach as well. This is James 2:14. Alright. What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say ye have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Okay. And that's, those videos I did on GMS Hurt Locker, he did a response video, but it's basically James is telling him, man, you say you believe, but your works, they're not matching up with with what you're saying, man. Your actions gotta show. Your actions reveal your faith, which action, faith is a verb, it's an action. Okay? It says, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warm and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit? Okay? This is literal, but in the spiritual sense, we are that's what we're doing when we teach this word, all right, to the people, all right. When we fishing for the elect, we giving them the truth to cover up their nakedness, which is represent their sin, all right, and to nourish them and build them up with this truth, which is compared to food, okay, all right. But if you're not doing that, like these false prophets, what is going to profit them, man? Okay. It says, even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Alright? Which everything we do, talking about the brothers that teaching, that's part of GMS, it's all faith-based, man. Going out there teaching the word on the streets is faith-based. That's showing, that we believe in Yahweh Shema Shai by our actions, and showing that it's going out there teaching the word, regardless of what happens, because you gotta trust in Yahweh Shema Shai to protect you, sustain you, give you the words to speak, the right things to say at the time, all right. And it never changes. It's been like that since the first time you step out there, speaking for myself, and even till now, Lord willing, I continue. But it's the same thing, man. It's all faith-based. Okay? Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works, when he offered Isaac his son up upon the altar? Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? And the scripture was fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed the Most High, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called a friend of God. You see then how that by works a man is justified, not by faith only. Okay? Not by faith only. Okay? Alright, so let's get into the story. Genesis 22. Genesis 22 and 1. Alright? It says, and it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. Okay? So the Most High tried our forefather Abraham. Okay? And I'm not greater than Abraham. Okay? So if he tried Abraham, he's going to try us as well. Okay? And this is what made Abraham great, And he said, take now thy son, thy only son Isaac. See? Abraham had 8 sons. Alright, he had Ishmael with Hagar, the Egyptian handmaid of Sarah, which was cast out, which is the father of you Arabs, but he wasn't a chosen. You can read Genesis 17. Alright. The child of promise was Isaac, whom all the promises that was placed on Abraham was to be fulfilled through Isaac. So the Lord told him to take thy son, thy only son, Isaac. Okay. And Abraham had 6 sons with Keturah, which was the concubine he had after the death of Sarah. Okay, his wife. And he had 6 sons with her. Okay, but none of them was the chosen. The only one that was chosen and considered Abraham's only son was Isaac. Okay? The Lord don't give a damn about